Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Me and my cousin Lance just hiked out of the Thousand Lakes Wilderness a day early to fish the Pitt River because we hiked 17 miles in 24 hours looking for trout in any of the lakes, and we just weren't seeing anything, so we pulled the plug and left and drove up the road, and I'm back at the Pitt River. And it still looks a little stained, and someone in the comment section, when I said that I didn't fish it because it was stained, commented, "It always looks like that." Well, it looks a little bit better. Maybe I jumped the gun last time, maybe I didn't, but we're here to fish today. So let's go down there and see if we can't get something. I got enough river stuff. We're fishing a barbless section below Britton Lake, however it's pronounced. We're just gonna hopefully get something good in the net. That's what we're looking for. Something good in the net, because the last 24 hours has been a really big disappointment. So there's access right here. We're just gonna hike down and fish below the dam. I'm sure it gets a lot of pressure. But this is where you put in your boats, obviously. And there's fishing access. This is definitely a lot better than it was when I was here. It was brown when I was here last time. This is pretty good. So let's go see what's in the Pitt River. So Lance doesn't have a ton of experience fishing rivers, so I was just explaining to him he's gonna be fishing a spinner. He's gonna wanna, if he's fishing that softer stuff on the far side, he's gonna wanna cast it into there, close his bail immediately, reel really slow, and let the current whip his lure along and spin the blade and keep it over there as long as possible. I have a clip demonstrating how I fish spinners in larger rivers like this on my fishing tips playlist for those of you who are interested. So it's a little turbulent up here, but I want to take a look at it, because you never know. If you get one fish of the day, you might get it in that one little pocket. Hear that sound? That's the sound of death. Look at that. A lot of rivers are going to be really raging this year for a while. And I guess that's just what it's going to be. There's so much water, the snow's still melting, man. That is raging. This river's moving, but the water's clear. First, I'm going to target this stuff right close to shore. It seems like there should be some big fish in here. Man, the river looks good, but it's high and flooded out. I wish I had my boots. I just wasn't expecting to fish a river here. I was expecting to be fishing in Thousand Lakes Wilderness with my hiking boots, but I guess I'm just gonna have to get wet maybe. Once the sun comes out, I'll just be waiting. So I'm gonna go right along this grass to start with. Run my jig right up. I'm fishing. This is all barbless artificial catch and release below this dam. One thing's clear. No one's clearing any brush around here. Because I am battling to reach the river. And with the high water, it cut off the route to get just over here. I'm only 10 yards away from where I started. But it's so deep. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff around the edges here are these berry bushes with huge thorns. And that's never comfortable. Lance got one. He got about a 12-incher. Nice. I can't see you through the grass, but Lance is on the board. I'm gonna have to get out here and get wet. I already decided I'm gonna have to get wet, so. Here we go. First Pitt River rainbow. There he is. Nice. Take a look at this fish. He's nice, fat, beautiful rainbow. There we go. Nice Pitt River rainbow right there. The first two rainbows were roughly the same size. You couldn't see Lance's, but it was roughly the same size. And that tells me that there's probably some real good fish in here, man, because these two first openers were nice. The good thing is this is the perfect width river where I can easily range the far side as long as the wind's not up. Another one, he's getting downstream on me though. Oh, he's getting downstream on me. He's on the wrong side of that rock. He's on the wrong side of the rock. Get off that rock. Oh, he's got me. Oh, he's did me a huge favor and swam back upstream. Huge favor, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, Pit River Rainbow. He's trying to get under this grass now. There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and let him sit and rest in the net for a minute. Make sure he's thrashing around before I let him go. This is a beautiful rainbow. He's got big red stripe, pink fins, beautiful fish. All right, get my hands wet on my net. So I have this long net. I can't reach the water. I'm standing on grass. That's the only dry spot. Look at that big red stripe. That's a beautiful rainbow. Get him in the water. He's looking good. I'm feeling good. It's all good. So I hit both those fish casting the far bank, and with my light rod, I don't have the leverage to get him over quick. He got downstream on me, and he got on the other side of that boulder right there. And once he was on the other side of the boulder, I thought I was done. I should really check my line for chafing. And then, for some unknown reason, it just swam back upstream and saved me. He bailed me out. He had me. It was checkmate. He gave up a checkmate. Another one, it's wide open, baby. He's got me downstream and I am in big trouble. Big trouble. And they're just sitting on that far bank, right under that grass. All right. And so far, it's all rainbow action. There we go. Woo! Each fish is a little bit bigger than the last. Look at these fish have an interesting shape. They're really fat. They're footballs, man. Mini footballs. I was glad Lance got that one early because I kind of gave him a coaching on the way down here. And he whacked that rainbow right off the bat, which is good because he's kind of learning river still. I'm targeting that far shore. It's way over there, but I pulled 3 fish off of it already. And I'm casting within a foot of that far shore, jigging it, and they're just cranking this thing. All right, I'm gonna head down here. Trying to hit these spots before the sun comes out and there's rattlesnakes, because this is a high rattlesnake area. If I come back in the fall, like in November, you'll probably be able to walk along the sides of the river. It's just tough right now because the water's so high and everything's so flooded out. There's just nowhere to go. There we go, this fish feels a little better. Either that or he's got me wrapped around a boulder. This is wide open, man. These fish are nailing these jigs. I casted that upstream and was bringing it down through the rocks. This fish feels better, but he looks about the same. He's trying to get me in that grass. It's a good play. I'm not gonna lie. The grass is a good play, dude. But you fell short. You fell short of the grass. Ha ha! These are cutthroat. Because he's got the orange slits under his gills. Yeah, he's got the cutthroat slits, so I think they could be cutthroat. I'm not sure. But he's got the orange slit, so I'm gonna let this guy rest in the net for a while. Jig already fell out. We're fishing all barbless today. I thought I saw the orange slits under the other fish I caught too. So I think this is some strain of cutthroat. That's why they're so colorful. Got my hands wet. He's all rested up. It's a fat fish. There he goes. Get him in this nice sidewater. Man, He shot out. That fish was done with me. Got this way upstream. I might have hexed myself. He's got to get around the grass. Get around the grass. My rod's over my head right now. I got him around the grass. You sucker. You had the grass. You could have done it. You could have done it to me. He's not big enough though. Oh, he got off. Here's a little guy. I casted that straight upstream, knowing the grass was there. But like I said, you gotta hook a fish to lose a fish. Oh, I'm getting hits, man, in this water up above. I nailed this thing a foot off that far bank, man. It was a shot, but it's just one after another. We've been fishing for less than an hour. It's just smoking hot. This is good because I want to go downstream. This is a smallmouth bass. So apparently there's smallmouth bass in the Pitt River. You gotta grow up and get wiser, buddy. Don't fall for those black marabou jigs. See, this is what's making this a pain. Not the poison oak and the berry bushes. It's just there's water under this grass. And I don't got my water under the grass boots. So I'm having to shimmy around and try to figure it out. And if I can avoid getting wet, by all means I will. I made it out there. That shows you it's like feet deep in between this grass, man. It can be treacherous. It is rattlesnake season, man, and when it's getting warm already, those snakes will come out at this time of the morning so that they can warm up and get their day going. So when you're climbing up through stuff like this, you really got to watch where you put your hands, man. Because you can put your hands right on a rattlesnake. You do that, it is game over. Over. Well, that was good. He got his first good big river fish. That was nice. And, you know, I did the quick tutorial coaching him up. He's got a jig on there now. So, if you've been watching the jig, got to watch it, see the action, see what you're doing, and then the different types of flows, what you can do. I like jigs because there's, you know, dozens of different ways you can present it. I was nailing those fish long way cross current, far bank, popping it, like 2 pops they'd hit it. Bam! But you gotta make the cast. That's the thing. That's the tricky part. But it was good. We had a rough trip. How would you rate the fishing in Thousand Lakes Wilderness?
I don't think there's any fishing to rate, but
I don't think it is either. One thing we noticed, we looked the whole time. We didn't see one bird of prey that lives on fish. We rolled up here, there's like osprey, eagles, there's all kinds of stuff because there's fish to eat. So, hey, yesterday was rough. We had a 24 hours of 17 miles of hiking and nothing. Did a lot of scouting. Those videos are all gonna come up and you can see what happened. That might not make it up to the weekend though, because I gotta go fish for Patreon now. I know a lot of you don't like me fishing for Patreon. You want me to do everything for YouTube, but without Patreon subscription money, I wouldn't even be able to do this anymore. So that's keeping me alive. So I have to love both of my social media platform children. If you want to get in on that action, there's a link to my Patreon on my homepage. And it's like $5 a month or whatever you want to contribute. But if not, I put a lot of the best fish I catch on Patreon on my highlight clips. So if you watch my highlight clips, you can see a lot of the best fish I catch while I'm fishing for Patreon as well. Because it's all Wilderness with Amani. It's the universe. Thank you for joining me in the Wilderness with Amani universe with my cousin Lance. Until next time.